It's also important to recognize that the GMAT is a standardized test. The test you're going to take has to be comparable to a test that someone took 4 years ago and to a test that someone will take 5 years from now. So, the test makers repeat the same questions over and over and over again. Recognizing these patterns in these questions will give you a huge advantage. Here's an example in which your ability to recognize patterns will translate into points on test day. In this question, which talks about a major pharmaceutical company, the answer choices are divided into two groups, ones that start with is expected and ones that start with are expected. By the time you take the real GMAT, you'll have seen this pattern dozens of times, a split at the beginning of the underlined portion of a sentence correction question. And you'll know that when the split has is or are, you should determine whether the subject is singular or plural. In this case, you need is expected because the major pharmaceutical company is a singular subject. So, eliminate the other answer choices. Later in the choices, the difference is that it will transfer, that they will transfer, or that there would be a transfer. Pronouns are another thing that gets tested over and over again, and here you need that it will transfer. Choice A is the correct answer. Pattern recognition is the core competency that gets you to the right answer quickly and directly. Recognizing patterns really does allow you to answer some GMAT questions this quickly. And every single class going forward, we're going to teach you the most common patterns that show up on the GMAT. Once you start recognizing the patterns that the test makers put on this test, you're not only going to know the best way to approach each question, but also start to recognize how they make questions more difficult and how they put in traps to trip you up on certain answer choices. The more questions you see, the easier they become to do.